Hi, you guys. So today I am wanting to talk about books. I am an avid reader, and if you follow my channel, you are going to see that. I love reading. I love reading books. I am specifically in like the romance thriller book genre, but I do love reading books. And my 2026 has gotten off to a really good start. I have read 6 books already this year, which is crazy because usually I'm only at like 2 or 3. But I did have a trip in between there where I read on the plane a lot, and so that helped me out. But I wanted to say the 6 books that I've read so far this year, tell you guys what I think about them for all my other book lovers out there. So this year, 2026 has been the year of like hockey romances. And honestly, like the end of 2025 was the same way. And that is just because I found so many good series that I loved, and so I've just kept reading them. So the first book that I read this year is a series book called The Wild Card by Stephanie Archer. This is the Vancouver Storm series, and if I can recommend any series, it's this one. I love all of the characters and how they fit together. I think this is a really great series, and I think Stephanie Archer is a great author. I have enjoyed all of her books thoroughly. Like, I don't think there's a single book that I could pick out and be like, that could be better. They all have been great. The Wild Card is the book number 5 in the series, and it is about Jordan and Tate Ward, Tate is the coach of the Vancouver Storm, and Jordan is a local bar owner who also happens to be the Vancouver Storm owner's daughter. So this one's interesting because we see a little bit above that like boss and age gap relationship. I think that this book was excellent. I think Stephanie Archer did everything great here. Jordan and Tate are both captivating characters individually, but also together. But I would not read this book unless you've read all of the other ones, because all of the other ones kind of introduce you to Jordan and Tate, and then you can understand their story a little more. But I definitely give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think it was absolutely excellent, and I would recommend it to anybody. A series that I recently started in 2026 is the Boston Rebels series, and this one's by Julia Connors. I have read the first 3 books. So I have read Center Ice, Cross Check, and Fake Shot. And these books are great. I feel like they are a really good easy read for any kind of like hockey series romance fans out there. They are very good easy read. The characters are interesting, and I love learning more about them. I wouldn't put this series in my like favorites of hockey romance series because I have a lot more that I like better, but this is definitely a good easy read for anyone looking out there. I would give all of these books like a 3.5 to 4 stars. I think they're great overall. I think some of the stories are lacking a little detail, but other than that, I definitely think that these are great books. They're just not ones that I would put over a few other series, including the Vancouver Storm one. And then another hockey series that I have read is Playing for Keeps. This year I read book 4, which was Fall With Me, and this one was my favorite out of all of these. This one is by Becca Mack. And Fall With Me is my favorite out of all of the Playing for Keeps series. I think that the characters are captivating. I really like Jackson and Lennon individually. I like their stories, and I like how they were kind of introduced together. Their banter is really good. It's witty and fun. And so I definitely think out of all of the books, this one was my favorite. The entire series is really good. Again, there are some books that I could have done without, but this one definitely took the cake for me. It is my favorite of the entire series, and I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then finally, The Flirting Game by Lauren Blakely. And if you have not read any Lauren Blakely books, go read them now. She's one of my favorite authors. I love her. Her love and hockey books are great. There's 6 total of them. This one is the 6th one, and I've read every single one of them. They're easy reads. I've read them super fast, and I enjoy all of them. This one particularly was my least favorite of the entire series. I like the characters. I think they were both great in their own individual way, but I do feel like that this story had some gaps missing, and some things that should have been more in detail. Like for example, Ford plays on the hockey team with some of the prior characters that we've met, and their girlfriends and wives are all in this group, and they know the female character in this book, but it's never really discussed much, and it's never really emphasized. I mean, they all come together and are friends and friendly, but the fact that Ford is her neighbor and has all of this connection to her is never really dissected as much as I think it should. So this one for sure is my least favorite. I actually did give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars because I think that it wasn't as great as I wanted it to be. But with that being said, Lauren Blakely is great, and the Love and Hockey books are great. So those are the ones that I have read so far in 2026. I plan on doing a video like this every so often just to update you guys on books because, like I said, I'm an avid reader. Obviously, if I've already read 6 books this year, that shows. And I know that there's a lot of avid readers out there in the world of YouTube as well. So let me know if you have any recommendations for me to read. Like I said, I am a huge romance and thriller girly, so I am open for anything. I've read most of Frida McFadden's books, Colleen Hoover, Elle Kennedy. Like, I love a lot of those authors. So if there's any books that you recommend to me, please let me know. And as always, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on my next vlog or video or fashion or whatever we decide to do here, because I told you guys in the first video it's crazy chaotic.